Now I have added two first generation trials here that we are going to use to import selections and seed from to make our second generation. I've called them ABC1 and ABC2, and one at the moment has the field that plots are required and the other one that plots aren't required. But seeing as the data we have is only for row columns and it doesn't have rep plots in it, I'm going to change that. So we go down to this item and we uncheck it and we save it. So now it will work with rows and columns instead of reps and plots. Let's assume that these trials have no entries at this stage and we need to populate them, being our first generation trials. From these trials, we are going to select the second generation material. I've prepared here a simple sheet showing you two trials, ABC01 and A2, the ones which we've registered. I've put in some family names, which we have already uploaded as new infusion germplasm. We've got the species name and the propagules. I've put in a graft as one of the propagules just for interest's sake to show that we can have different propagules. The trials are row plot trials. In other words, they are not rep plot tree trials. And so I've included a list of the rows and the columns and the trees. This is not a comprehensive list of material that would be in a trial, but I have just kept it brief here for simplicity's sake. Let's upload this information into TreePlasm, and then we will move forward into our second generation, which is waiting here. So we go to data uploads, and the easiest would be to upload plot row positions and trees from that list. So I'm going to go straight there. I'm not going to select a site name because we have several sites in the list. We will pair the sites in the list. Let's give it a unique name. Upload trees for first gen. I'm going to select that trial file. The sheet is sheet 1. And we hit next. Now it has paired the column in the Excel sheet to the internal name, site name. The family we need to pair if it does not do it automatically. That is germplasm name, species are species, propagule is propagule, row is row, column is column, and tree is tree. It says it has uploaded it completely, so let's go and look and see if those trees are now in TreePlasm. We've searched on trees last edited today, and here we have the 4 trees which we were uploading for the 2 trials with their germplasm and their row column identities. So they have been included now into TreePlasm. If we were to go to the trials and look at their plot row column positions, you'll see that there's also a list of them. There they are. Right. We are now going to take the same information to compose our second generation material. So we go to the next tab, and that same information is here. I'm assuming that we selected each and every tree which we have uploaded here. However, there may be in reality many trees which are not selected. However, we've kept these ones as selections, and we've assigned selection names or identities to those trees over here in this column. And what's more, we are going to collect seed from the trees in column B, which are actually in these positions as indicated here. So let's go to TreePlasm. Now what we'd like to do is to add germplasm pedigrees to the database. They're not infusions, but pedigrees. So again, we're going to give a description, Advanced Gen upload. We can use the same file which we used previously, and it is now sheet 2. Press next. So here we have the headings which have been derived from the Excel sheet which we've uploaded. A seed from mother ID has automatically been paired with germplasm name, which is correct. The mother tree, or the selection from which the seed was collected, needs to be the selection ID. Now species has been paired, which is correct, but seeing as we're deriving material from a second generation collection, species is not essential. It would be essential if the germplasm name was non-unique, and then it has to pair germplasm name with species. But if it is unique, it is actually not essential at this stage. The trial from which the material was collected is also known as the site name. These were row plot trials, not rep trials, and so the rest is correct. And the upload is shown as being completed. We could therefore go and look at the trees which have been affected by this upload. First of all, here you see 4 trees, 2 from ABC01 and 2 from ABC02. What has happened is that they have been marked as selections now, and from those selections have names which come from our Excel sheet. They're the names. And seed has been derived from them. Let's go and look for that seed. We go to germplasms, half subseed, because we didn't specify any other kind of probagule. Now, the name of the seed started with G2 dash. So let's search for G2 dash. There we have 4 seeds which are uploaded. And there's a female parent again in these 2 trials with their row column numbers there and the tree number there. Right, so we now have second generation seed. We now might want to upload a trial using the second generation seed. So what I've done is I've already put a trial name in here called ABC3. And for a bit of variety, I've gone to seed orchards and added a seedling seed orchard called SSO1. Now, here we have a design for those 2 trials. Of course, it's a simple design with just 2 germplasms, 2 entries as such, but it's to show how the process flows. We're going to upload that. So we can go to Uploads, Plot Row Column Positions. By the way, this is the shortest way, which does not entail uploading entries and plot row column positions and so on, and enables one to rapidly upload historical files. If you're doing a current file that's new and you're wanting your maps, there's a better way of doing it. Let's give it a name, upload second gen trials. And then we go to the file. It's this file again. Now we have a sheet 3. And we go next. It has paired the site name with trial correctly. The germplasm is correctly paired. The repetition it needs. So we'll pair the replicate with the repetition. These trials I've registered as replot tree trials and not as row column trials. Plot and tree. It is successfully uploaded. So now let's go and have a look for the trees in those trials.
And here we see the 4 trees have been uploaded, 2 for ABC1 and 2 for ABC2. And we also see that they've been allocated their selection IDs and marked as selections, as we find in the Excel sheet. Here we have the selection numbers, and we have the trials and the replot tree numbers.
Here we see trial ABC03 with its 2 replicates and 2 trees. The row and columns are not allocated, as we've taken a shortcut here and just imported the trees themselves. We can also search for the seedling seed orchard, which was uploaded. Here's the seedling seed orchard, likewise as with the trial. So now we have Advanced Generation Seed Orchard and also the Advanced Generation Trial, each with germplasm from the second generation.